for joining me for another video. For joining me for the first time, hello! I have something that's Christmassy themed and a little bit spooky themed and a bit more orientated towards the adult collector, though I'm going to say this, my son absolutely loves these. These may actually end up in his collection. But they do have that little spark of Christmas in them. This is the Neca Gremlins Winter Christmas 2-pack. So you can see there's a gingerbread man and of course the first Gremlins movie is all centered around that Christmassy theme. Gremlins Gizmo, but it is the Christmas one with the Santa hat and all the different plates. I decided that I would start off with some kind of like adult collectibles, but something that has a little spark of Christmas in them too. Okay, so looking at the pack up close, on the front it's mostly just focusing on the two toys, Gremlins Winter Gremlins 2-pack. If you go to the side, each side has the Gremlins from the movie Christmas Caroling and them together singing on the back, which I'm pretty sure is a scene from the movie, or at least it's very, very similar to one. It looks like there is 4 all up, so there must be another 2, because I've got this red Christmas hat and blue hat here. Is it a beret? I can't tell. It looks like a blue wooden hat. And then there's one which looks like kind of like a, I don't know, like a general's cap, and one without. So there must be another 2 to collect in this series. But my friend got me to the 2 Christmas ones because this is a Christmas present for me. Let's open it up and have a look. Okay, so the first 2 pieces to come out are obviously the Carol books. I'm opening them up with you together to see what's inside them. Oh, and there's a bunch of notes. So they've got a little bit of detail in them, and they're just not, you know, cards, basically folded over cards. They do have some printing inside. And then the next 2 pieces is this really large gingerbread man. I suppose really large in comparison to the Gremlins, but the Gremlins are quite small compared to us. So I guess if you put them in a human comparison to them, it would be about the right size. But a large gingerbread man for the Gremlins, done all up nicely with some frosting and a candy cane. Then there's this guy. Now let me tell you, the detailing on these figurines, I can see, I watched other reviews before I even got mine because my friend was showing me what he's picking me up. And they said on camera, the amount of detail in these just cannot be picked up on camera. And I'm going to say the same thing. Seeing them on camera and seeing them out of the box are 2 entirely separate things. Every little piece of the figurine is textured in some way. And it looks like, you know, all the painting, I would say it's not machine done, it's hand done. Looks like there'll be variables in each one. But that face, oh my Lord, look at that. I think it's gorgeous. Some people will be looking at it thinking that is horrific, but I think he's absolutely gorgeous. Or she, I don't know. Do Gremlins have a gender? I know there's a female kind of one in the second one, but I don't know if they actually have a gender or not. So looking at the pieces on him, of course, first off is this woolen hat, which is plastic. All the pieces on him are plastic. There is shading in it, so it's not just painted blue. There's black and grey shading I can see in there. Obviously there's 2 indents on each side so it can fit over his ears to hold it in place. Then there is this scarf, which I'm curious. If you're curious whether it comes off, I'm curious if it comes off. It doesn't look like it does, and I don't want to mess with his head too much. There doesn't seem to be any sort of indication of where you can pull it off. So I'm going to leave it on. There might be some sort of instructions online. I don't know. I didn't get instructions in the box as to whether I could take it off. But it does look like the scarf, the woolly scarf, is a fixed piece. Now, coming down, you can see that his arms, he's much like a gorilla in this sort of pose, and that his arms come right down to his legs. He is, let's get a human adult hand size. So he's about the length of an adult female hand. I'm average, so that's about as tall as he is. Now the articulation interests me, so let's have a look. What can you do? His mouth, let's bring you up close for these parts. His mouth can open and close like he's singing. La 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 la. Can his ears wiggle? No, his ears are fixed. His head can, oh my goodness, that is so awesome. Oh, he's so cool. He's got like, you know how Stripe is like the leader? So he's got a small spiked piece up here. Just look at the painting. Amazing. Now he has a slight hunch in his back, much like the Gremlins. You can pick up for yourself all the, you know, all the little scales and stuff like that. He does have shoulder movement, so he can move his arms forward and back. He can only slightly move them out to the side, so we can't put them out straight, but he does have a slight movement in there. Is there elbow movement? There is definitely elbow movement, so you've got that extra piece there. And wrist is rotation only, so basically he can go like this, but he can't go up and down. Coming down, he has a midsection. I'm assuming this is his hip area. I don't know. It's kind of under where his chest would be, but not right under, but just above where his hip, a human hip would be. So he has movement in that he can go forward, he can go back. So he has that movement there, and he can rotate from side to side. Looking at his little, he's got little legs, he does, darling. He's not got much legs there. Up here, oh, there's hardly any movement in this area. There is hardly any movement. No rotation, no up and down. Let's try the other one. Yeah, again, it's very, very slight. There is not much movement in the top of his leg. He does, however, have 3 points here. So he has his knee, and it looks just under his knee, and then his ankle area. Is that ankle area movable? Yeah, it rotates. So his ankle rotates, and there's 2 points of articulation here. So he can put his leg right back like this, or he can have it forward with a joint in it, much like an animal sort of joint, if that makes sense. And he can stretch it out wide. That is so cool. Is he amazing or what? I love, love, love him. And I completely get the reviewers who have said until you see them out of the box, you cannot really see the detail in them. I love him. So next we have this guy. Now his hat sits on nicely, but if you move it really any kind of way, it does kind of pop off a bit. So we'll have a look at the hat first. It is obviously much like a Santa hat. It has on it Neca. Neca. Oh, it has on it Neca, sorry. I thought that was an R, but it's an A. So it's got the branding up there. It is a white woolen hat with a pom-pom on. I'm just going to take it off because it keeps falling off. He, again, has one of these plastic scarves. This one's actually, I like better than the red one in that it looks quite smooth and suave. Something a businessman would wear. Well, more like a lady's scarf actually in texture, I think. So he's got that one around. Now we're going to have a look at the difference in them. I think they might be very, very similar in colors, to be honest. Okay, so they've got the same sort of movement, obviously. Actually, I'll bring him up now because we've gone through all the articulations. So here they are together. I think I'm looking at them. No, there's not much difference in coloring. They're basically, looking at them, it's hard to pick up any differences. I'm looking, seeing if them, I think it's the same Gremlin model, to be quite honest, which is completely okay with Gremlins. They have lots of variation, but there's also many of them that look the same. So this is the second guy. He'll have the same articulation. The only difference in this one is his dressing. And on this hat, I found you've got to put it over here first and then this part here. So I like his hat more and his scarf more, but I think this guy's got the better hat in that it actually sits down. Aren't they amazing? I'm going to have so much fun displaying these things, and they're going to be a real talking point in my house. I know I'm going to get asked this question, so I thought, oh my goodness, I better check if they can hold the singing books, the carol pieces, but unfortunately I can't get my guy. I've moved it in there. I've tried to shove it in between because these fingers are curled up here in sign of an O, so you can't really get it in there. So I've been trying to balance it on this. I'm going to say that this might be one of these projects, especially with also standing them up on display, that needs a little bit of that handy dandy blue tack to keep them in there. And then you'll have your Caroline guys. Now, the candy cane can fit on his hand like this, so that's no problem since it has that hook there and he has that circular. What about the gingerbread man? Can we get that in there and held nice? I think I can if I just manipulate it a bit. I don't want to snap any pieces off him and have a fail video because I will literally be crying since I like these so much. Yeah, I got it in there. So the candy cane and the gingerbread, they can hold okay. Rely on good old blue tack for the choir books. Okay, so on to the star of the show, who really for me isn't the Gremlins or any of the humans. Honestly, don't even remember their name. I think it was Danny was the main guy. But no one can forget this little dude here, Gizmo. I absolutely love him. I have plushies. I think I've put a few pictures up on Instagram of Gizmo, and of course one of the gentleman plushies I watch has a Gizmo as his muse, I guess you could call it, and he puts pictures of Gizmo all over the place. It's so cute, his little plushie Gizmo. So look at this. So this is from the second movie from memory when he's fighting that version of Spike. It almost seems like in every batch of Gremlins there is a leader who is basically got the mohawk and is the one who activates and thinks for the Gremlins, etc. This little guy here, of course, is absolutely tortured by the leader guy, and you know, this pose here, it's a pretty iconic part of the movie. I won't spoil it for you in case you've seen it too much, but yeah, you're getting the drift. Look at that face. Look at that Rambo face. Let's get Gizmo out of the box and have a look. Oh my goodness, Gizmo is just so cute. Now you might notice there's a rope around him. That's part of the outfit, so I'm not taking that off. And again, as I said with the Gremlins, you really can't appreciate the level of detailing in these figurine models until you've held them. There is all tiny little flecks in these ears even. You can see the vein parts and the bigger ones, but there are teeny tiny details which are just lost on camera. So he, of course, the Mogwai, is looking pretty chuffed with himself right here. He's got a happy face on. Now with these ones, you can actually change the eyes. So the eyes can go from side to side. I don't know if they can go up and down, but I was playing around with it and I got them facing forward, so I'll keep them facing forward. He has articulation in his ears. So like the movie, his ears can actually move and his head can rotate as well. He can look slightly down, slightly up. He has movement in his arm, and there seems to be a little bit of give in this between the brown and the white area of his fluff. There is rotation there, and there's also rotation in his hands. So for a little figurine, he's got a bit of movement in him. The legs can only move slightly. Oh, if not at all. Actually, I tell a lie. The legs, when I was playing with it, I thought I felt them move, but no. The legs are standard on him, so all your movement is in the upper body, which, I mean, honestly, he's just so cute. But on top of all that movement, I'm going to get a bit scary for a bit here, and we can see the eyes moving here. Up and down and up and down and woo, all around, wee. Sometimes it looks a bit derpy. That's really scary. That's like the Five Nights at Freddy animatronics. So we've got the happy face. We then have the sad face. How easy are these to put on? Oh, it's just a matter of pushing them on. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, he looks so sad. Oh, I don't like that one. I'll take that one off. I don't like when Gizmo's sad. I like happy things. Oh, we have another smiley face with a more open mouth. That one's, that's a bit scary too. He's got these little teeth showing. It's not completely on, so it looks a bit, but yeah, a bit more of a happy face. But I think the one that I like the most is what I'm going to call the confidence face, where he's ready to stand up for himself because he's a little guy and he's sick of being picked on, and all the problems come when just people break the rules. Now maybe Gizmo could just not eat after 12 or something like that, you know, after midnight when he's not too, but he's just a little creature. He's just trying to get along, and I guess if you're hungry, and I mean, I think it was chicken he was eating in the first movie. Who can say no to a really nice piece of chicken? I like this one with the Rambo band around. His eyes are slightly closed. He's ready for battle. I think that's adorable. But I've got to change it off because of that Rambo band. I'm going to go back to the original smiley face. I don't like the sad face, so we're not putting the sad face on you, my dear. That one can go in the drawer. We've got his band on here, and then he has his little accessory here, which is a bow made out of little twigs or something. So that can go in his hand there. And then we have a pencil. This is a pencil. Check it out. A little pencil. There's the eraser on top with, you know, a bottle and obviously a cloth piece coming out for, I'm guessing it's alcohol in this bottle to make the fire things. Let's see if we can get it so we can hold both and look super duper cool. Okay, I'm going to put that on there. This is, you know, obviously if I had more time to display him, I could get it more there. I don't think he's going to be able to hold, no, he's not going to be able to hold this easily. Again, blue tack is your friend. If you put a little bit of blue tack in there, he'll be able to, you know, get into battle stance. Isn't he cute? So what else have we got with him? We've got a horn, you know, sound the battle. So we've got a little horn. I'm not too sure what the horn there is for. We got a Christmas candy, which of course we're going to put the Christmas candy with the Santa hat. Again, blue tack is just going to be your friends. I don't know why they haven't given him, you know, like they did with the Gremlin, a circular hand so he can actually hold things. Oh wow, he's got a candy cane that's like a staff. So the Santa hat is plastic. It's covered in all this little detailing to make it look more realistic. Let's see if we can get it on. Which way does it go? This way. And oh my goodness, isn't he adorable? Daddy, I want a Gizmo for Christmas. Oh, that is adorable. That is super cute. That is the outfit he's staying in. He's going to go down with his gremlin friends. I'll do a bit of a flyby. Let's get to it. Okay, here are my boys. They're ready for Christmas. This guy's got a candy cane. Gizmo's got a candy cane. This guy over here, he dropped his gingerbread man, but he'll pick it up. He looks more like he wants to eat Gizmo, eh? I think Gizmo caca is one of the things from the movie. I absolutely love them. The detailing on them, they are really worth the price. These Neca Gremlins, there's quite a series of them, and I did show a bunch of them on Instagram that my friend sent me over. So if you're looking for something that's a little out there but still Christmassy, definitely go for these because they're so cute. If you've also got someone who's into movies, you know, if you're looking for something for movies, they have a whole range of, you know, horror genre sort of figurines, and I've got a few of them and I completely stand by them. They're well detailed, and things like this don't tend to lose their value. They only go up in price. I realized the one of the original figures of this guy I saw was really expensive now. One of the collectible ones when it first came out. Lucky people who got that one. And that's one of the things to always note. If something is, you know, especially in the horror, something is really, really popular horror-wise, even in the kids' ones like Five Nights at Freddy, they always retain their value and collectability. If you love Gizmo, please give this video a thumbs up for Gizmo and the Gremlin Christmas. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.